Hey, what's up? This is Sanjay Yadav, and thank you so much for coming to my website and showing interest in this particular video. So, as this video says, we are going to talk about how is that my client made more than 178K in less than a year. So, in case you don't know me, my name is Sanjay Yadav. I help trainers, coaches, infopreneurs in growing their businesses by helping them in attracting the right audience and converting them into clients and customers. And I do that by Facebook ads and marketing funnels. So without further delay, let's talk how is that my client made more than 178K in less than a year. So let me just tell you about my client story. So uh, when we first met, basically he was planning to get into this training and coaching industry. He was he was very good with his knowledge on finance, and he wanted to help people with basically issues with finances. And he saw a lot of he saw a lot many people with problems with money and budgeting, and they did not have emergency funds, and he basically felt that he could help people. And uh, and uh, my job was basically to help him how is that he can get into this particular business, and not only that, how is that he can have a profitable business out of it. So first thing which we did together was to basically lay out the customer journey, because my client was because he had a lot of information with him on money and how is that he could basically solve problems. The whole point was initially we have to strategically segment those content in a strategic way, so that people who basically consumes then content have that hunger to get more of it. And that is done by through this customer journey model. And basically the whole idea is basically to have different levels, and different levels have again, the level 3 of course has more depth in the content than level 2, and the level 2 has more depth than content level 1. So the first thing which I did for him was to segment his content in such a way so that it has the depth of his depth of the content is divided in a strategic way, and each level has its own attractive points in it, and attractive modules in it, so that it would be not very basic, and people would still have the hunger to go for the next levels. So basically what we did, we had this level 1 which was a free seminar, and level 2 which was a paid workshop, 2-day workshop. That was our low end offer. And level 3 was our high end offer, which was basically 1 year support with him, and wherein he would do group coaching with them in order to get them to the desired result. So this is how we basically have had 3 levels for him. And one thing which I would suggest, I've seen lot many people. So when they design these low end offers and the high end offers, so two mistakes which I've seen is basically, one mistake what they'll do is they'll make the low end offer and high end offer completely irrelevant. Like I've seen people basically, just for an example, let's say at the low end offer you're talking about money, and high end offer is basically about physical fitness. So that does not basically complements it. And yeah, it could be a bonus, but then no, the high end offer has to complement the low end offer. Then the hunger is there in the people to go much more in depth. And in few cases where I've seen that people what they do is basically they have the same content in the low end offer and the same content in the high end offer. What they only do is just they have that private coaching model there. The there's no much that not there's not much difference in the content, and whatever the teachings are going to be there. And that is where the low end offer starts to compete with the high end offer, and people don't buy basically they don't buy high end offer much, because they have this thought in them that we could get all the majority of the information in the low end offer, so I take the high end. So again, it has to complement, it should not be competing. And when designing the customer journey, it's very important that you start with the high end product first, and then strategically you have to go backwards. It does not work the other way around. Otherwise, the information which the levels which you created, it will not be strategically connected. So this is what my advice would be. So after basically creating 3 levels, so we basically designed this this model, and you have seen this model. I'm sure you must have seen this model like with successful trainers and coaches. So I helped him in implementing this model. So what I did was, after creating the customer journey, now we created basically a campaign, Facebook ad promotion campaign. The whole idea was to get get the campaign running, was to get the people who is interested in this particular topic and who had problems related with their finances. So we got the database of the people, and we marketed our free seminar. And after the free seminar, after like initially the seminar was for around 3 hours, and at the end of the 3 hours, he would pitch his 2 day workshop, and that was level 2. And when the workshop was done, people have 90% of the people used to like his content, so few of them would like to go much more in depth. So and a few of them would buy his upsell program. So let's go much more in detail what happened for him. So we did a free seminar on 5th of November 2016, and that was a seminar for 100 people, and we got 100 people there, and of course that was free, so we did not make a revenue because of the free seminar. But then after the end of the talk at the seminar, he basically pitched this 2 day workshop. And for a guy like for someone who's very new in this industry and who is pitching from a stage, so it's actually a big deal to get 10 people. So 10% conversion is not bad when you're starting. And the workshop costed only $215, so he made more than around $2,000. That was enough to cover all his expenses for the the hall he booked and the other stuff. And after the 2 day workshop, these 10 people have spent these 10 people have spent 2 days with him, so they have the trust factor there. And so the higher end product, that 1 year coaching one, group coaching one program was pitched, and out of 10, 3 people bought his 5K program, and he made $17,000 with that. So I call this as a cycle. This was a free seminar, the workshop, and the upsell. This is one cycle, and in this one cycle, his income was basically, the revenue was $19,000, 19K. And we repeated this cycle for 1 year, from November 2016 to October 2017. And in this 1 year, we basically got 246 students in total with different seminars. We tested many things. We tried different cities. We tried different pitches. We made tweaks to the product. We changed our campaigns. So there was a lot of tests which happened, and we got 246 students throughout the year. So who paid $215, and the revenue from that was around more than 52K. So that's $52,000. And out of these 246 students, around 22 students basically bought his high-end product, which was for $5,000 for the whole year, and he made 125K with that. So if you add these both two, he made 178K with this particular model, and that was very highly profitable. So you might say to me that you don't want to do seminar, you're not a seminar material, you would like to do webinars, or you would like to have coaching, online coaching programs, or whatever. So this is something which this is still can be implemented. And if someone is, let's say, want to do a webinar, so the whole model can be done. So we can do an ad promotion, we can build up the database, we can promote that free webinar, and after the, let's say, 90-minute webinar, 1 hour webinar, so a coaching program or an online course that can be pitched, and when people go through this, they have more trust with you. So then there are high chances that few of them would buy the upsell if everything is strategically connected. So why these whole things works. Like I've already told you, like of course the like, trust, and you care factor is there. And nowadays people don't. I mean, nobody would like to get sold on anything. Nowadays the whole this industry has changed. People like to get educated first. So initially with the free webinar or seminar or whatever you're doing, the free information, whatever you share, is basically to educate them, and that helps you in getting the trust from them, and they start to like you. They feel that you care. The reciprocity is there, and that basically helps you in attracting the right client and the customers from the masses quickly. So that is the way to speed up the things. in like I said, different trainers and coaches wants to do things little differently. Someone would, if someone wants to do a webinar, so this webinar funnel can be designed. If someone wants to do a product launch style, wherein basically few parts of information is delivered to the people, and then those content basically redirects them to the main program, so that it can also be made. And or if you want to have a very simple funnel, you can basically, what you can do is, let's say you're a coach and you only want qualified leads who basically applies for your program, and you only speak to them. So funnel can be designed, a strategy call funnel can be designed, which basically will get you the qualified people. So basically, if you ask me, my goal is to get my clients the highest ROI possible, and which has to be, basically the kind of money which they make has to be very, very high compared to the fees which they have paid to me. And if you ask how much my clients' collective revenue is, so they have made more than $635 till now, and in Indian rupees that's 4.45 crores. So of course, like I said, we had to create ad campaigns, promotions. So of course there was money involved, and till now I have managed more than 100K budget in Facebook ads. So that's around 70 lakhs in Indian rupees. So these are the screenshots of my clients' accounts. So few of them, this guy is going to spend around 50K now and he has made a lot of good profits. And so these are the screenshots. So if you're looking for someone for Facebook advertisement, and who is in this particular niche, so I can probably help you. And with the marketing funnel side of it, how is that we can convert people? So probably I am one of the right people to help you with this. So let's have a recap. You can apply this particular. This is scalable basically. If you automate everything, if you are doing webinars and all those things, doing the ad promotion, getting the database, getting the people to the webinar, and then pitching something, and when the trust is there, when they start to like you, few of them would like to go much more in depth with you. So that is how this whole model works. So now I've got a question for you. If you feel that this is something which you can apply, or with your team or whatever, so it's okay. I'm happy you can do that. But in case if you would like to get my help doing this, you can book a free strategy call with me, and what I'll do is I'll look at your business and help you come up with the plan of action. So let me be very honest with you. I charge around, depending on what kind of services you're taking from me, I charge around somewhere between $750 to $1,800 a month. But I would be really happy to create a plan of action for you for free. So if you would like to jump on a call with me, just click onto the button on this page. And when you do that, you'll be redirected to an application page, wherein basically you share few things about your business. 1 or 2 questions would be asked. And after you do that, you just have to, you'll be redirected to another page wherein you can select the time for the call. And I'm looking forward to speak to you, and